Did you know that in the summer of 1943, during the height of the Blitz, dozens of Londoners crowded into Blackwall Tunnel, desperate to survive another night of bombing? Families huddled on the damp concrete, children clinging to their mothers, the air thick with fear and sweat as bombs thundered overhead. At midnight, a woman in a tattered dress began to scream, her back arched, fingers clawing at the stone. Witnesses watched in horror as her body twisted and convulsed, limbs breaking at impossible angles. Blood pooled beneath her as she shrieked, and with a final choking gasp, she gave birth right there on the tunnel floor. But what slid out was not a child. It was a Jinn. Horned, slick with blood, eyes burning yellow, claws scraping sparks from the concrete as it rose to its feet. The air turned cold and thick, lanterns flickered, and all around people froze in terror as the creature opened its mouth and let out a sound like shattering glass. In a heartbeat, it tore into the nearest group of children, rending them apart, feasting on flesh and bone as parents screamed and tried to run. Blood sprayed the tunnel walls, and the ground was littered with scraps of clothing and fragments of tiny bones. Panic surged. Men tried to fight, but the Jinn ripped through them, jaws snapping, horns goring anyone in its path. Some tried to flee deeper into the tunnel, only to vanish in the darkness, their cries swallowed by the roaring chaos. By the time the air raid sirens faded, the Jinn had vanished into the labyrinth of pipes and shadows, leaving only bloody handprints and deep gouges in the stone. When soldiers entered the tunnel, they found only a handful of survivors, shivering and half-mad with terror. The rest, dozens of men, women and children, were never found, their bodies lost somewhere in the dark. The army sealed Blackwall Tunnel, warning the public of structural danger, but many soldiers who entered to search for answers never returned. To this day, some say you can hear screams echoing under the Thames during stormy nights, and yellow eyes watching from the deepest shadows. No official explanation was ever given, and the truth of what happened that night remains buried in darkness. Share and leave a comment. Maybe someone from London remembers what really happened beneath Blackwall Tunnel.